What's going on, y'all? So for today's video, we're going to do a little riding review of the 2019 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R. I've had it for about a month now. I bought it used. I mean, I say used, but it only had 350 miles or so on it when I bought it. So it's basically new. So, we'll hop on, go for a little ride. I'll tell you what I think about it. It looks great. I love this color. Black and gray is my shit. I'm gonna say that right now, so I might be a little biased, but when I bought it, it came with the little extras. This acro exhaust. Sounds good, I'll let you guys hear that. Fender eliminated. I had to put the frame sliders on there. I put the handles on there too, as you saw in my other video. So yeah, top on there and I'll tell you what I think. So my last bike was my first bike that I had. Was a Kawasaki Ninja 650. So I'll be making a lot of comparisons to that between this bike and that bike. So they're kind of sort of similar in size, like they're pretty much the same weight. This one, for the riding position, is a little more aggressive. I'm definitely like lean forward. I'm kind of a shorter person. I'm like 5'5"-ish, 5'6" with boots on. And on this bike, like when I'm at a stop, I'm like on the balls of my feet. Whereas on the other bike, a little more upright. Could almost flat foot it, but not quite. So yeah, this one in short is a little more aggressive riding position. It's technically classified as a super sport. I don't know if you guys knew that. I didn't when I bought it, so that kind of sent my insurance through the roof, but it is what it is. It's worth it. This bike is so great. I haven't really looked back at the 650. Like I said, physically kind of similar. They got different engines. That one was a P-twin, and this one's an inline 4. And this one's got way more horsepower too. So appearance-wise, they're similar, but performance-wise, it's like apples and oranges, man. This bike is just a whole nother animal, but I love it. Some of the features it has, I don't know if you can see my controls here. Gear indicator, fuel gauge. It's got 3 main rider aids. It's got ABS, traction control, and my favorite, the quick shifter. Yeah, baby. That thing is so awesome. That's easily my most favorite feature on this, is that quick shifter. Right here, use these controls right here on this handle to adjust. There's different levels you can do for the traction control. It's got off. 1 is the lowest, 1 through 3. 1, 2, 3, where 1's the lowest and 3 is the highest. Yeah, this model has ABS too, like I mentioned. We'll find a good stretch here so you guys can hear what the exhaust sounds like. It sounds awesome. It's got good mirrors, like I can see behind me pretty well. Go! Come on, dude. Fucking pay attention. Oh, I don't know where he's going. That's what it is. This bike's got plenty of power, man. For a 600 class. I've already taken this thing to the track, which it was great. I kind of took it easy on that track day because it was a new bike and I don't have frame sliders on it yet. Yeah, so I kind of took it easy on that track day because I'm still kind of feeling this bike out a little bit, but it performed great. I can't wait for the next track day where I can really start pushing it to its full potential, you know. Oh, that's the other feature it has. It has the different modes too. Well, it's only got 2 different modes: high, full power, and low power. I usually always just keep it in full. On some other bikes, it might be AB mode for alpha mode and bitch mode. I mean, the lower power mode kind of has its uses. Like if it's raining or you're in a situation where your traction might be low and you might not want all that power delivered, you might use it for that. But like I said, once you gain the riding experience, become a better rider, you usually just, you want all the power all the time, if you know what I mean. But this bike's been really great, really reliable so far. Knock on wood, I haven't had too many issues with it. I've already changed the oil once myself. That's super easy. You don't have to take the fairings apart or anything to change the oil on it. Haven't messed with the air filter yet, but I could imagine that can't be too complicated. Like I said, this thing rides great. It's rock solid. And it's 636 cc, so it's nice and light. You can whip it around like that. Really throw yourself into some corners. Way fun. I'm digging the super sport life so far. Like I mentioned before, the riding position for my short self has been an adjustment, but once you get used to it, it's so fun. So as far as seat height, it's definitely more beneficial to the person of shorter stature like myself. We got a couple buddies that were asking me about buying bikes, and they're both kind of taller dudes. One guy's 6 foot, one guy's probably taller than 6 foot, and they ended up they both hopped on this, they both hopped on the 650, because I recommended them both to those guys. And so they hopped on those bikes, and them taller dudes were complaining about me more cramped on those bikes, and they both ended up getting Z900s. Both Kawasaki still, but yeah, they were both on the Z900s. Were better for them taller boys. Bigger boys, I guess, you gotta get bigger bikes. So, yeah. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, this bike has a couple upgrades on the exhaust. Once we get through town here, I'll find a stretch and open it up and flip through the higher gears. And hopefully you guys are able to hear it. Because with this acro exhaust, once you get to the higher gears, man, and the higher RPMs, it fucking screams. I was hitting it on the track and it sounded awesome. So we'll do that once we get through town here. This bike I upgraded the tires a little bit too, to the Dunlop Q3 Pluses, which are great tires, man, rock solid. I've like never felt like I never had traction, or they've been doing good. Oh, geez. Well, it's social hour here. But yeah, I bought those tires because they were supposed to go on my other bike, but then I fucking wrecked. So they hooked it up at the shop. They just threw them on this bike for me. And so far, working out great. This should be good right here, y'all. You ready for a taste? Plenty of room to go. And that quick shifter helps you even get there even faster. So the quick shifter, you can actually turn it on and off. Again. I know, I keep it on all the time because why would you not? So I don't know if any of y'all know how to operate the quick shifter actually. You like keep the throttle open You don't, you know, back off like you do when you go to shift normally. You keep the throttle open, and then you just click up through the gears as you so desire. So I think this was the first year of the ZX-6R, or maybe most of the newer Kawasaki's. Well, 2019, I guess, was the first year where the quick shifter came stock, which is awesome. And some of the bigger bikes, like the Leaders and the H2, they come with the downshifter too, with an auto blip. Like you don't need the clutch to downshift either, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of like cheating, but that's kind of cool. But this bike doesn't have that. It's just with the quick shift on, you don't have to operate the clutch when upshifting. Because like I said, like that stretch right there worked great. Well, I'm starting to run out of things to talk about, so thanks for sticking around to the end, those of you that did. Hope this review helped a little bit, or you enjoyed watching it, or whatever. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Peace!